If you're catching this, welcome. I am told that I'm live, and this is the first time I've gone live on my page for quite a while. So I turn the sound off. I'm just testing comments and see if they go through. So let's see what happens this time. This is LightStream. No, that way. And this is Be Live in 5. I'm just testing integrated comments, and I'm waiting to see if a comment actually comes through. I'm also celebrating the fact that I do have internet. So it's working now. Wow. If anybody catches this, if you can just type in a comment, I can show you one or two things that can be done. But I just want to talk about a show which is later today, and it's a show with Adair and Thione, based in Adelaide in Australia, and they have a show which goes out weekly on Be Live in 5 every Wednesday at 11 p.m. GMT and 6 p.m. Eastern, and it's a good show. They get guests on, and well, discussion takes place, and it's worth popping in to see what's happening on Adair and Thione's show. So that's 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. GMT, and I'm sure they look forward to seeing you. Now, the next is that I can actually copy the comments that are actually made, and I can show them live on screen by virtue of the fact that I'm actually copying the comment, and you should see the update as the comments come in. I know I've got to be going for about 10 minutes for anybody to find me. I'm just sort of busking it whilst Facebook decides that I'm actually live. I'm on LightStream and I'm testing comments. If you are watching, then if you could put a comment in, then I will feature it on screen along with your name, and all will be good. Now, in the Belivers group, I do a daily post, and that daily post is tips and tricks, and today's tip was from April Roga, and the tip is quite simple. If you're watching a show and enjoying it, then invite your friends to watch. Don't do it, and it works. April's invited me to watch 3 shows in the last week, and if I'd not been invited, I wouldn't have seen them. I enjoyed watching them, and it's a great way. So do invite people. If you are seeing this at the moment, and I don't know how many people are actually watching live, it just says that I'm live. So nobody's watching this. I can broadcast and nobody can see me. That's good. This is a bit of a contrast to the show I did yesterday into the Belivers group, where we had a very conversational show and everybody joined in, and it was a great experience all round. Let's check in the Facebook feed, and one of the things that I can test while we're here, is I can test a screen share. So let's open up a second browser, and I'm going to test screen share. So I'm going to bring up BBC website and come back to here, and now I'm going to screen share, and it's BBC. So that's on the screen, and now I just need to add my camera. And shrink my camera. You can't see what I'm doing, but right, okay. Just let me lock this in place. I'll be with you in a minute, Kevin. Just give me a second. I'm going to put that to fit to the canvas, vertical, and then I'm going to lock it, and then I'm going to move myself in the bottom corner. Right. Okay, Kevin. Right. Right. Okay. So question from Kevin, and I'll just switch screens for a moment. And I need to go to the notepad. Okay, and I'm going to save that. Okay, right, Kevin, I'm on my way now. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I should be with you, and we can actually. I know you weren't shouting. I know you weren't shouting. No problem at all. This is LightStream, and to tell you a bit about LightStream, it's this gentleman. Just give me a sec. Right, LightStream is totally different to everything we've seen before. This is a platform you can actually be totally creative on. And this is it. LightStream is a simple web-based broadcast studio powered by the cloud. And its features are, you can have up to 8 people on screen. And as I've been doing this morning, you can have preset scenes you switch between. So you can set it up, and this is for creators. I mean, it's go live and be creative is this, because you can actually set up scenes and then switch between them at runtime. So you can screen with yourself, screen with 2 people, screen with 4 people, screen with a slideshow, or screen with a screen share. And your screen share, I'll come to in a minute. Integrated comments, as we know now, I've just proved to Kevin, we've got integrated comments with Facebook. And also, when you're actually designing a broadcast, you can put text on screen, and that can be scrollable. You can determine the font and the size and everything. You can show multiple images on screen, and you can screen share. And I'm going to show screen share in a moment. You can upload video. Now, this is important because you can upload 200 megabyte videos, and you can play them pre-roll, post-roll, anywhere in the broadcast that you want. And so you can have you can do anything you like. You can actually broadcast anything you want as a clip and take a break for a moment while it's playing. The other major thing is that you can add an RTMP source. Now, this means that you can bring in OBS or vMix or Manycam as your source and use all the facilities of those applications. So if you wanted to bring somebody in, say on Skype, you'd use vMix, bring them into vMix, and then from vMix into LightStream. Now, this system, LightStream, as standard, goes live to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And Twitch is one that's growing for live streamers. And in addition to that, it can go live to Periscope from your desktop through Periscope Producer. And that means that you can have a production which is very professional going out to Periscope. And it only takes a few seconds to set up. And the other thing you can do is you can display local text files, as I did earlier when I was displaying the comments. Now, big question. The system is currently free to use. 24/7, you can broadcast as much as you want, up to 4 hours on Facebook, or as long as you want on YouTube. You can set up the scenes so that you can switch between the scenes. And I'll just go to one I did earlier. Okay, so you can set up scenes, and those scenes are interchangeable, and you can flick between them, and you can talk about what's on the screen at the time you switch. And in this case, I was talking about the show which goes live today on BeLive, and it's at 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. in the UK. So, and then I can switch back to a screen at the beginning, which is just me. And the thing about this is that it is so flexible. I mean, I have a friend called Vincent Burkhardt, and Vincent and David Burrows as well enjoy going live on LightStream for free. Right, okay, and I'll take your comment, Karen. It seems to do a lot. I'm still in the studio. I haven't looked at Facebook. It seems to do a lot more than be live. Right, okay. If you say you want an out-of-the-box, ready-to-go system, and you want 2 people on screen or 3 people on screen, then Be Live is the place. If you want to do more than that, if you want to have 8 people on screen, and you want to have the extra scene facilities, then yes, I agree. It does do more than Be Live does. And you wouldn't be surprised to find out I've got a Udemy course all about it. If you're interested, I shall send you a coupon afterwards. But it is very simple to get into. You log in with Facebook and you can be live within minutes just by adding your camera, and you can go live, connect your Facebook account, connect your YouTube account, set up Periscope. Very straightforward. Right, that's why I've got to use the word currently free. They are going to be introducing premium features. Everything I've talked about so far is free. So let's just go run through the list again. And I'm going to send this to live. I love how you can actually embed. Everything that I'm showing on the screen at the moment is currently free. There will be premium features, which I've virtually signed an NDA, so I can't tell you what they are, but I can tell you that they exist, and we've all been looking out for them. But as a standard system for free, this is pretty darn good. And you're just saying that you like the... So take that question. Just to prove I can see what you're actually typing, Kevin, I'm just going to update something. I'm going to take your 2 questions and paste them into my notepad. And if I can find my notepad. One of the things that you've got to be is... this is just to prove 2 things. One, that I can see the comments, and secondly, that we can display the comments on screen. So in a moment or 2, you'll see it on screen. So we've covered plans for charging and Periscope from desktop. It just works. I mean, basically what I do to do it easily is to go out to restream.io. Well, go to restream.io, and then from restream.io to Periscope Producer. Takes a little setting up. Once you've set it up once, then you can use it forever and a day. Restream.io is free, and this is free, so the only cost is time, and it's just simply worth it. Because the other thing is, we're on Facebook now, but I could do this same gig on YouTube without pressing any extra buttons other than switching from Facebook to YouTube. And if I go out to YouTube, I will get HD quality recordings, not only the video but the sound as well. So you can do quality recordings on the system. As I said, it goes to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch and Periscope. In fact, it goes anywhere that you can get an RTMP feed to. And it works. If you want to join me on camera, Kevin, just to have a look on the inside, then I'm going to post a link, and I'll say to Kevin Woodward. I'm just switching back, and you should have a link there if you want to come on board for a few minutes. It's a very private party at the moment, but I'm the West for that, and I can hide that. Just a minute, let me find out where it is. Yeah, if you can click that link, Kev, then you can join me on screen and see it from the inside. And hello. Yeah, we're good. We're good. And you are live on Facebook.
Because there was nobody watching apart from me, hopefully. So
no, well, it is virtually private because I didn't put any notification out about it. And I know Kevin Woodward's joined us, but there's just you and me.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, just interested in the LightStream. I know you've talked about it for quite a while, but I've been
Yep.
using BeLive a lot,
Yep.
and there are frustrations with BeLive. We're trying to do some training where we're sharing slides and stuff like that, and
Yep.
it's not as reliable as I would like it.
Okay.
So this just looks interesting that you could do the same thing.
Well, you can. If I just go over here, I'm just going to set something up, and you'll see in a moment. I'm going to go live with it, and what you can do is you can screen share just simply works. I mean, if you see it watching us, you should be able to see what's happening on screen. Can you see a stream output feed?
No.
Right. Okay.
It says stream is offline.
All right. Okay. That's fair. If you open the Facebook page, you'll see that we're now on screen. Because it's only me and you, we can experiment a little bit. You'll see that we're now on screen and we're talking against the backdrop of the BBC website.
Hang on. Just trying to get Facebook back up.
Okay, no worries. I think we're still live. Yeah, we're still live.
Didn't want to go to Facebook. Right. And where did I get you? Is it Stephen on video?
Stephen on video, yeah.
Oh yeah. Right. Okay. What can I say?
So basically, the screen share simply works. There's nothing. It does work reliably, and I can switch go to the browser and I can switch it over, and we can go and watch the cricket if you want. Yeah. So it is smooth in terms of screen share operation. Yeah.
I'm just trying to find this at the moment. I can't find us. Ah, there we are. Right. Okay.
Yep.
I can see us.
So got the browser up. I'm just going to go back to the news, and that's the browser share. And all I can say is it simply works. Yeah. The other thing about the other thing about LightStream is that when you're using BeLive, a lot of the processing takes place in your Chrome browser.
Right.
And that means that it's using your processor power. When you're actually using LightStream, all the processing takes place in the cloud. So therefore, the pressure on your computer is not the same. I mean, these guys have been around for a few years. They used to be, they're on Twitch. That's where they started off the gamers platform. They had to put together a system where 3 gamers could be seen on screen playing a game. Yeah. And that means that they had to hone it so that it worked on low-end PCs. Yeah. Because they don't know what kit a gamer's got. So then they decided last year to come into our arena, which is the live video streaming, and they brought everything they learned with them. So it's not just they've just arrived. They've been around a couple of years, and the system now, which is why I'm promoting it, is now reliable, and you can move things around on screen, and you can.
This is an adaptation of what they've already got out there that's performing.
Indeed, that would be fair to say. That would be fair to say. They've re-engineered it, and they've taken out the gaming element. I mean, they've learned a lot by servicing the gaming industry, because people in that industry are quite demanding. Because if you can't play the game real time, you can't play the game.
No. And a tenth of a second reaction time for them is, something that they're not particularly happy about. If it glitches or if it's slow in rendering or anything like that.
Yep, that's very true. So I'm promoting this now because it works.
Yeah, I might have a play around with it.
Yeah.
The thing that worries me about it, looking at
Yeah.
it, is I like Be Live because it's connect your Facebook account, it loads your pages and your groups up, and you click a button. This seems a bit more. Lots of things have to be connected for it to work.
Right. Okay. Let me take you through it then. I've connected my Facebook account, which has given me access to all my groups, all my pages that I'm either admin or editor of, and my personal profile. And I just click 2 buttons to select where I'm going to go live.
Right, that's quite easy then. So
Yep.
if I wanted to go onto Periscope, that would be a bit more difficult.
That's a bit more. It's in stages. You go to Periscope Producer. Right. Okay. Right. We'll take the first stage 1. Is go to restream.io. I'll type this in as I'm doing it. Restream.io is step 1. Yep. And then Periscope Producer. Well, no, you don't need to. You just need to get up. What I'll do is I'll put together some notes on it. It's probably easier than trying to do it on the fly. But once you've set it up, it stays, and then you can go live on Periscope and Twitter anytime with the full studio set up.
The same time as you're live on Facebook? Will it stream out to both?
No.
So it's one or the other?
It's one or the other. It's either Periscope or Facebook or YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I'm
now
just being greedy, of course. I want it all.
Well, no. If you go onto Restream and you use the free version, then you can go to Periscope and Twitter. If you get the paid version, then the paid version will allow you to go out to YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. But Restream is a good one to have a look at and just sort of have a look around. But out the box, LightStream to set up is a doddle. If you want to go live, you're on your own, you can do it in 2 minutes. If you want to go live, another person, you just invite them in. The other thing is you don't have to. There's no scheduling here, so you can go live whenever you want. And the other thing is that the link that you're giving out is to the room, yeah, or to the set project, so it never changes. So you set up a scene and say, okay, this is the Monday show, and anybody comes to the Monday show uses this link. Anybody comes to the Wednesday show uses this link. So you've got different setups for different shows, and the link just stays with it. Yeah. Cool. And if the wrong person gets hold of it, then you just change it. Yeah.
Can you schedule them to go into Facebook like you can on Be Live? You can pre-schedule.
There are instructions within the online manual for LightStream which show you exactly how to do that.
Right. But I'm guessing that you can't really say too much as you're under restrictions, and that may be a premium feature.
I'm not. Well, the way things are going, they've been going like a train. They've recently introduced the integrated comments. They've also introduced slideshow. So, normally you've actually got to bring each image up individually.
Yeah.
Well, with slideshow, you can put a pack of images together, and then you can talk against them, and it will cycle through them as you do.
Yeah, and that would be quite useful if you're doing. We're doing a lot of trainings at the moment with slides.
Yeah.
We're running our monthly groups, and every Monday we do a Be Live where we have to attempt to screen share, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. So to be able to do that, we preload the slides in as images.
Yeah,
that would sort of work, I think.
Yeah, that would work. I mean, the thing is with Be Live, you've got to upload them to Facebook to share them, haven't you?
Well, we do a screen share and use the application share.
All right, okay. Well, that would screen share would work out the box, no problem at all.
Yeah, but it doesn't always work. And we did one on Monday, and it would show the screen, but it
Yeah,
wouldn't move the screen. And
right.
I'm presuming we have to deinstall the extension on Chrome and reinstall it again, which seems to be the normal thing
Right.
if it doesn't work on screen share with them. But
Okay.
obviously, because Chrome crashes all of the time, there's always problems with Chrome, you know.
Yep.
So I quite like the fact that this is in its own thing, and it's on its own server, if you like,
Yep.
rather than using the Chrome part.
Yeah, and the other thing is that there is a small application that you download, and that's what controls everything that you're actually sharing. Your camera, it gives you a better quality camera. It controls the screen sharing, so it's not in the browser. It's actually happening on your desktop. And I mean, my processor doing this is quite happy at the moment.
I would imagine it's got to be though if you've got 8 people on, because previous incarnations of Live where they're sharing, it sort of works on the lowest connection, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
And therefore, the more you have on, the bigger chance there is of people having bad sound or it all crashing down. Whereas I get the impression this doesn't work the same way.
No, it doesn't. And basically, providing you've got a, I mean, what you would do, I'll do it now just to show.
Well, it's a bit like being in a webinar, I presume.
It
Same
is.
sort of ethos behind it. You can have 100 people in there, you know, and it doesn't matter what their connection's like as long as your connection's all right.
Indeed. But you can rearrange the screen on the fly, as I've just done. And once you've rearranged the screen, then just send it to live. Okay. And the screen has changed, and we're now showing in smaller boxes on the screen.
The only thing I did notice was when you was flipping the scenes, there was about 2 seconds where it went a little bit like you was talking in a tin can.
Okay, that's practice. Yeah.
So I presume you have to take a breath, let it switch, and then.
That's it. That's it. Just take a breath for a moment and let it switch over. And
but visually, it was quite smooth.
Well, the quality of the video is incredible. You know, I mean, we're actually going out, both you and I, at 720, no problem at all, and it's good.
Very good. Well, thank you for sharing with me.
You're most welcome.
I will have a play around with that. In fact, I may do a live on it this afternoon and test it out and see how I get on.
That's the best way to
just a solo.
That's the best way to do it. Create a project, add the scene and the layers. Boy, follow it. Just follow.
I think I signed up to this a while back when you mentioned it last year.
I did.
I think I had to play with it, and I just for some reason I stopped. I think BeLive was more convenient.
BeLive was more solid then, and LightStream's got to the same sort of level now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have a play with it, and I'll see how we get on. But I'm forever looking for these platforms, and for me, it's more about being able to share the screen part of it that's important, which is why I pay for BeLive. And I'm happy to pay for platforms that offer that, providing it does what it says with ease.
Okay.
But I wonder whether they'll introduce the extensions into LinkedIn when LinkedIn do their live.
I'm sure everybody will. I'm sure there's the people getting ready behind the scenes, getting the LinkedIn API and finding out how to actually link in. Everybody's getting ready for that. That's
quite exciting.
Well, from a business point of view, yeah.
Well, it will be, but the LinkedIn community, I don't think, are going to be opening it with open arms, with all of us live streamers invading their nice, cosy sales pitch environment.
Well, we can go and pitch to them for a change.
It would be quite funny, but there we go. Right, I'll let you carry on with your demonstration. Thank you very much.
Okay, cheers, Kevin. See you later.
Thanks, Stephen. Speak to you later.
All right, so thank you to Kevin for joining me. And that's the magic of live video, that you don't know what's going to happen. and I noticed earlier I misspelled a word, so I'll change that later. So to everybody who's been watching on Facebook, thank you. This has just been a test, and the test has worked. I can report that comments on Facebook do work, but you need, I think, they do work. So, thank you for watching. Catch you all later. Take care.